So I was on ProFightDB earlier, researching Cody Rhodes for this video. I was originally there because there's a lot of ignorance in the wrestling community, naturally, especially the internet wrestling community. The word of the day seems to be that Cody Rhodes is the John Cena of AEW, and that's why he's getting booed so relentlessly by people despite being a babyface. And I started to think about it, and at first glance, on the surface, it makes total and complete sense to call Cody Rhodes the John Cena of AEW. On the surface, where most wrestling fans stop reading. They don't ever seem to dig a little bit lower because that takes work, and because it might shatter their illusions, and they might have to stop bitching and moaning, and they might have to change the way that they think. Oh my God! Here's a list that I found dating back to March of 2020 of people that Cody Rhodes has lost to. And this is just one point. This is just one point against this tiresome argument that Cody Rhodes is the John Cena of AEW. Just one. So we have Scorpio Sky. These are people who lost to Cody and apparently got buried and never had careers. Were never able to succeed afterwards. Scorpio Sky, Jungle Boy, Jake Hager, Ricky Starks, Lance Archer, Sean Spears, Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy, Matt Sydal, Andrade El Idolo, Malachi Black. Oh my God. Every single one of these people who lost to Cody Rhodes, they just never found their way out of the doghouse. Never found their way out of the mid-card, did they? Huh. God, maybe these people have wait a minute. Scorpio Sky, he's not in the doghouse. Neither is Jungle Boy. He's one of the pillars. Jake Hager? Badass. Always putting him over as badass. Ricky Starks, he's the next coming of The Rock. Lance Archer, he's injured right now, but he wasn't being buried in any way, shape, or form. Having Jake the Snake Roberts in your corner alone guarantees that. Sean Spears, no. Eddie Kingston, the most popular talker in the company and one of the most popular wrestlers. Orange Cassidy, Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal is there mostly as a training figure to help the younger talent. So, not that it really matters that he lost to Cody, but he's still been, okay. Andrade and Malachi. Okay, so these were just the matches. I only went back about a year and a half, granted, but still, if Cody Rhodes were like John Cena, these people here on this list, there would be a lot more empty careers right now. Because if you really, really want to call him John Cena, you need to go back some time and do a little research on the careers of people who would cross paths with John Cena, backstage or in the ring. Not a whole lot of good stories. There are not a whole lot of stories regarding John Cena's selflessness with anything other than the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is something that every fucking wrestler does, period, exclamation point, ever. So, what else? Why else is Cody Rhodes supposedly like, the reality TV stuff? He goes and he does reality TV shows and he's trying to get people from other walks of entertainment to be interested in AEW. Oh no! Someone's trying to be an ambassador for the product. How has AEW suffered because of Shaquille O'Neal or because of any celebrity or basketball player or sports figure or potentate or whatever? Anybody that they've involved, Rosario Dawson, everybody complained about that. It was like 5 minutes of television time and it's never been spoken of again. So when people compare him to John Cena based on that, because, he's off doing all this entertainment stuff, it's like, what a horrible man Cody Rhodes, going out and trying to get some more eyeballs on the product. I don't like it very much either. I don't watch any of the crap. I don't watch the Go Big show. I don't watch his whatever the fuck he does, because personally I think it's garbage. But does it make him John Cena levels of annoying and go away? No, because here's the other thing he's got on John Cena. The guy can fucking wrestle. Yeah, the guy can fucking wrestle. And when he cuts a promo, okay, sometimes sometimes when Cody Rhodes cuts a promo, it can be a little insufferable because he's the red, white, and blue, much like John Cena. Oh, I love America, and America loves me, and yeah, that stuff's understandable. Totally understandable to not like someone because it's boring. It's banal. It's trite. It's been done over and over and over again. But John Cena was like the literal. He was that character. He was he saluted every time he came out to the ring, for fuck's sakes. Cody Rhodes just acknowledges the fact that he loves America. A lot of people really love America. I don't, but a lot of people really, really do. Hardly a reason to shit on him. So, honestly, at first I was like, okay, I understand why people boo Cody Rhodes because, look at him. He's got the tattoo and the red, white, and blue and all this other outside stuff. But when you think of all the reasons people call him John Cena, how many of those things that he does is harming the product? How many of those things is taking TV time away from somebody else who could really, really use it? How many people has he buried? How many people has he gotten fired? How many people has he gotten thrown into Vince's doghouse or thrown into the boss's doghouse? It's just really, really fun to think of him as the John Cena of AEW. It's really fun to boo him because it was really fun to boo John Cena, wasn't it? Some of you people even bought the fucking John Cena sucks t-shirts that WWE was selling, completely ignoring the fact that that money was going straight into John Cena's pockets. The guy you hate. Remember that? When, like, Vince McMahon, as evil of a bastard as he is, he was a genius to capitalize on that because he knew people would be stupid enough to go and buy the shirt and line his pockets anyway. It's just... So, myself, when I look at Cody Rhodes, all I see is a really, really good wrestler who I thank quite a lot for making AEW, or for helping make AEW possible in the first place, who just happens to do some annoying things. But somebody has to fill that role, right? Somebody has to fill the role of being the ambassador to the stars, being the ambassador, reaching out and trying to get other people involved. And people, of course, are going to hate it. The Shaquille O'Neal match didn't give a shit. When Rosario Dawson got involved in that match, I didn't give a shit. I was like, oh, cool, this is something. But that's me. Somebody else out there may have given a shit. They might be like, oh my God, Rosario Dawson, that's so cool. And good for them. Somebody else may have seen the Shaq match and gone, oh my God, Shaquille O'Neal in a wrestling match, this is awesome. Good for them. But to think that these small things that people knock Cody's dick in the dirt over time and time again are taking away from AEW, to think that they are ruining AEW in any way when you've got a talent roster stacked from here to here, and you haven't even seen all the dream matches yet, folks, that could be coming. And you want to waste all your fucking energy booing Cody Rhodes, who's done absolutely, from what I can tell, unless somebody has some story that I missed, he's been doing everything right. He took himself out of the title picture all that time ago. He hasn't once tried to fight. And, like if that shit happened in WWE, if some guy wrestled a match and said, I'm never going to fight for the WWE Championship again, you better fucking believe 2 months later, Vince and the creative team would have completely forgotten about that, and that person would have been in the ring challenging for the championship. And you want to know who that person probably would have been in that situation? John fucking Cena. Yeah, exactly. It absolutely would be John Cena 2 months later saying, you know what? I said I'd never fight for the championship again, but you're a really bad guy, and I need to take this belt off of you because hustle, loyalty, and respect. You want some? Come get some! Yeah, so, Cody Rhodes, I don't know why I just did that, by the way, because it really didn't make my throat feel all that great. Anyhow, yeah, that's my take on the Cody situation. I don't dislike Cody Rhodes. I enjoy his in-ring work. I enjoy what he's done for AEW and making all this stuff possible. I do acknowledge and accept the fact that he does a lot of really lame shit. Oh well. I lived through enough wrestlers doing a lot of really lame shit when I used to watch WWE. It happens. And I absolutely think that the booing and this visceral reaction that he gets anytime he shows his face, even if he's doing something that people probably should be like, yeah, thank you for saving Darby Allin. Oh wait, it's Cody. Boo! Let Darby Allin get the shit kicked out of him. Just really mindless. A lot of mindlessness in wrestling. But that's part of why I really love professional wrestling, because it does foster this sort of mindlessness that is sometimes entertaining to witness and to analyze. Of course, I love analyzing professional wrestling. I analyze a lot of the things that I love, but analyzing the hatred of Cody Rhodes has been pretty fun because there's no legitimate reason to think that Cody Rhodes is doing anything negative for AEW. Because when you boo a guy who goes out there and he's supposed to be a babyface, one of the assumptions I make is, oh wow, they're booing him because he's a detriment to the company. They're booing him because, but Cody Rhodes is not a detriment to the company. He has a great head for wrestling. He knows who should be over. He has a great eye for talent. And he has a lot of knowledge to share just by virtue of being a Rhodes. His brother's been wrestling forever. His dad wrestled forever. Who wouldn't want to pick his fucking brain? And of course, I'm going to get called a fanboy, and people are going to say, you know, whatever. You can say what you will. I'm not, Cody Rhodes isn't even really in my top 5 when it comes to wrestlers right now. I just think that he probably needs a fairer shake from some really ignorant people. That's all. That's really all. And if people want to continue, you know what? If you're in the comments and you're someone who boos him, and you know what? By all means, I'm not going to instantly hate you or block you or think you're a piece of shit. If you have actual reasoning, of course. But if you have no reasoning, like a lot of wrestling fans have zero reasoning when they come to my videos and make fun of everything about me except for my opinion, then I will have no time for you. But yeah, I don't get it. I just, maybe I'm not supposed to get it. Maybe I'm not even supposed to be making this video. Maybe I'm supposed to just watch and let these things happen, because they'll happen anyway. Or maybe I'm just here sharing my fucking opinion because it's fun. Have a good day, folks.